Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, August 2026 predictions. Let's go. Seven of Cups. Okay, so my Nightmare Before Christmas deck, I believe the cups are potions. So when this came out, I wanted to say Seven of Potions, and then I got the word elixir. So I don't know if you are into oils or making oils or trying to expand an oil line. I don't know, but there's a message about oils. So for the month of August, that could be something, obviously beneficial to you because it nourishes skin and all that, but also it could, have to do with business or something creative or a practice that you're into that you may want to use oils for, okay? Okay, we got the World card. Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man. Excuse me, Queen of Cups. Clarify Seven of Cups. Quest. Okay. Clarify the World. Rejection. Ooh, okay. And clarify perception. Okay. So I feel like you've got options in the month of August. This could be dating wise, it could be, as far as hobbies or things that you want to do, ways that you want to expand, or just how you want to invest your energy, right? We even have the quest card here that's like, okay, which way are you going to go? What you want to do? So I do feel like with the Seven of Cups, you're kind of like in a dream state where you're like dreaming up ideas of like, well, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. So there isn't really like an action at first until we get over here until the World card, it seems like. But then we've got this rejection card. Can you give me a little bit more about the World, please? It just feels like, cutting off something in particular. For some of you with this abundance coming out, I just feel like you're tired of living a certain way and you want to level up. You want to increase your finances. You want to increase your wealth, your materials, your relationships. You want everything in your life to be enriched. Okay? And so with this rejection card, I just kind of feel like you're taking in and you're saying no. You're saying no to what is not going to enrich your life, but you're also, listening to things that are going to help you level up. So I feel like this is more of like research. You're kind of like listening to, podcasts, audiobooks, watching stuff on YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, but you're kind of taking in these ideas of what other people are doing, how, I keep saying that. I said it, I think in Scorpio's reading. So you might have some Scorpio in your chart. But you want to surround yourself around people that you can learn from, that are where you're wanting to go, environments of that you want to continuously be in or elevate into, not anything lower than that, right? So with the rejection, I feel like you're saying no and you're just kind of putting yourself in a higher class or just things that are going to help enrich you, right? Okay, so that's why we got this World card here, because she's sitting here with her scythe and she's ready. It's the end. She's ready to cut something out. Look, there's a little time thing there too. So I also feel like you're not wasting your time on what doesn't serve you. People, connections, things. You're very, very, it almost feels strict on where your time is going. So you're really trying to map up how to, what you're like a schedule. You might even be putting yourself on a schedule of like, okay, now I'm doing Pilates. Now I'm going to work. Now I'm gonna upload this, my content creation, or I'm gonna, meet up with this person, or I'm gonna read, So I just feel like you might even really be hunkering down on a schedule for yourself as well. Okay. Now we've got Seven of Swords, Hangman, Perception. Okay, Seven of Swords. I feel like you are not really even involving yourself with other people. This could be for the end of the month, because I usually kind of do like a beginning, middle, and end and just wrap it up. But it might be towards the end of the month that you're just a little bit more recluse, more into yourself, and not really sharing the details of your life with people who don't deserve that information. Especially with the Hangman, this is, a waiting period, a period of quiet and silence, and really just kind of thinking in the mind. And we also have perception there as well. So I just feel like you could be getting some sort of DJ Khaled just came up. I don't know what he says. The keys of something. Keys. I don't know. But it could be that you're getting some sort of nugget, out of all the work or self-work that you're doing and the redirection of your life that you're doing. It just feels like you're getting some sort of key or nugget that's really just like unlocking an opportunity for you that you feel really happy about. You could also be just exploring time in nature just by yourself. Like, you might be going for a hike or just kind of sitting at the park or something, but like more in the quieter area. Okay, I just really feel like you're observing and not really involving yourself too much with other people. Okay, yeah, not sharing your personal life, not sharing certain things. You might even, I'll say it, you might even be lying, lying about something. I will say, as an air sign, lying for me is kind of like by omission. Like if the person didn't ask the right question, then that's not my fault, right? So I feel like, you could be doing it that way, or you just could be flat out lying. I don't know. Hey, do what you're gonna do. No judgment here. All right, anything else? Chaser. Mm-hmm. I feel like somebody here could be working through, chasing another person or an anxious attachment. Like if you're involved with somebody else, or even if you're not, I feel like at some point you could have, or relate to anxious attachment. And so with this Seven of Swords and this Hangman, I feel like you're actually kind of pausing and not letting your emotions get the best of you, and you're kind of, working through whatever triggers would have led to this behavior. And you're actually, sitting down. Okay, you're actually, kind of sitting down, taking a moment, and just kind of shifting out of that. So I do feel like you're healing yourself out of, an anxious attachment that you may have had. Okay. All right. Anything else? Let's give you your final card. Someone here could be, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but so like in the beginning here, we were talking about having different options to expand, maybe something you're trying to sell, like an elixir or a potion, but an oil, right? You could be trying to sell some sort of a product. So with the abundance card, I do feel like you could be picking up, like expanding that business or starting a business or a side gig, side hustle. or just another way to get another flow of income coming in. Okay, because again, the goal here or your intention for the month of August is to enrich your life, and so I see you just kind of planning that out, and so yeah. All right, here's your final card. Despair. Okay, Scorpio got this card as well. So, like I said, might resonate with Scorpio energy. However, it could be involved with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart. Don't have to. All right, despair. I need your divine intercession right now. Oh, great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to the highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. I definitely see that with the world card, because the card is basically saying, like, Lord, please take away no longer serves me, essentially. And so with this world card, she's sitting here again, with the hourglass, with the scythe, and she's, yeah. So I do feel, and then you also have the quest card here as well. So there's definitely a shift in your perspective and what you want to do with your life. And so I definitely feel like that's the overall theme here is, trying to get more money, trying to get, more materials or things that you feel that you desire and that you want to spend your life having or involved with, You just feel like there's more. Okay. All right. But also, when we close doors on a version of ourselves that we used to be, or a way that we were comfortable knowing and living in for so long, there is a grief process. So I do feel like, you don't just kind of blink and wake up and have everything that you desire. There's this transition that happens. And so I do kind of feel that for you of, it's it's a transition, but it's going to be at the pace that's going to be best for you. All right. Hourglass. Hangman. When you're ready. Okay. All right. So, good luck on your journey. Thank you for tuning in and take care.